Morning, guys. It is just after 6 a.m. right now, and I am on my way to Odaiba, to Tokyo Big Sight, for something that I have never done before. Today, we're going out to the Formula E Grand Prix. Right now, I'm in the loop of the Rainbow Bridge. We've got Rainbow Bridge right over here. It is way too bright to... It is way too bright to even see it, and I am genuinely excited because I've never had the chance to do a proper race day in Japan before, and I've definitely never had the chance to experience something like Formula E. I've been learning about it over the past week or so, and it's got so many different little... It's interesting. It's a different kind of racing, and Rainbow Bridge is always such a pleasure to go over, but today I'm going to be experiencing it for the very first time, and I figured I would bring you guys along for that ride. If you didn't know this, if you're new, or if you've just stumbled across this, I have done car stuff in Japan in the past. I used to own an S14 Silvia by Nissan. It was my first ever car in Japan. I used it for drifting. I wasn't spectacular at it, but I absolutely loved it. And it's been years since I've been into the car culture side of things. And so in the past couple of years, I've been able to connect back with some of my car friends. I've been able to make friends with some of my buddies at Nissan and stuff like that. And they invited me out today to come and do this. And I just absolutely love the view out the windows in the morning. I'm going to be trying to get as close to Big Sight as possible without actually getting there, because a lot of the roads are closed off, and as you'll see today, one of the reasons is that they're actually using the streets of Odaiba as the track. But I guess this kicks off our day, so here we go. Hey, arigatou gozaimashita. Always gotta do that final check in the taxi. You don't forget anything. I had gone on a really long road trip a while back and prepped a bunch of cameras, especially little action cameras, and left two of my action cameras right in the taxi because they had just fallen out. The $20 taxi ride I just took saved me 45 minutes in trains. It is oddly difficult to get here by train where I live. And if you've never seen it before, these 4 upside down pyramids, this is Tokyo Big Sight. I came out here yesterday for a little bit of scouting and to learn all the safety procedures and collect my pass and everything, and I should probably put on my pass. The passes for this are really cool, and I have no idea which pocket I put it in because I have 20 pockets on these pants. The scale of this place is always impressive, and it's always exciting to see, but equally, if not more exciting, is the weather that we've gotten today. Yesterday I came out here for a bit of a scouting run and to learn some of the safety procedures and everything like that, and the first half of the day was typhoon level rain and wind, and it made for a very interesting start and some very interesting practice runs on the track. But today we've got clear blue skies, and I've got my media pass right here. I'm gonna have to put this on, and at some point we're also going to need to put on the vest. Now I've got a green vest. I want to share this as kind of a not super edited, behind the scenes, somewhat raw look at the day and what it's going to be like, since this is a brand new experience for me. I am by no means a master in motorsports and know next to nothing about Formula E and racing and everything, but learning about it together is kind of part of the fun journey, and there are so many exciting little differences. Sorry, I got distracted by the birds flying in the V formation over there. So many tiny little differences that make it interesting and exciting, and I'll be going through those with you guys today. First thing, I need to get ready, head in, and I will show you guys around. Then here we go. We are heading in. Now, I've been in Japan for over a decade and a half, which means it gets more and more challenging to have brand new experiences, things that you've never seen or done before. And so, although for some it may just be okay, it's a car race. For me, this is literally something that kind of has my heart racing out of my chest right now. I have no idea what I'm in store for. If it's anything like as exciting as the practice runs and whatnot was yesterday, I think we're definitely in for an exciting day. One of the first things I need to do is put on my high-vis media vest. That is right, I've been hooked up with a media vest, so I'm going to be all green, a slightly brighter green than this all day. Just need to find a space to sit down and put the vest on. Actually, I kind of like the vest, and I want to show it off to you for a second first. So, this is it here, and yes, I get to keep it. It was backwards, maybe? Nope, both sides are exactly the same. This is it right here, and I don't know if you can see, it says 8/22, which is moderately exciting because that's also my birthday. So we're gonna start by putting this on, and then I think we're also probably going to need to add some form of pin mic to our camera today, because I don't know if you can hear the megaphones in the background, but I do not expect today to be a quiet day in the least. Let me see what I can do. And with that, I think we are actually all set up for the day. For anybody interested in gear, I'm using the Rode VideoMic Pro. I almost never use pin mics, but with crowds and noises and megaphones galore today, I figured it might not be the worst idea to give it a shot. So here we go. Our first step is to actually get into the area, so I'm gonna need my pass. These passes are the coolest and most beautiful passes I've ever received for any event of my entire life, by the way. There's also going to be a lot of holes in today's story, and those holes will be filled in through live streams mostly. As I do today, I want to share some of the excitement completely live. So right here on the Tokyo Lens Explore channel, I'm going to be doing multiple live streams throughout the day. So if there's a giant gap where you're going, well, what happened there? Then it'll be on this. People doing announcements and guiding everyone is so loud and distracting, but it creates such a good energy. But distracted Norm aside, our first goal is to get into a kind of race area. They're going to be doing a warm-up, a qualifying, all of that stuff. And chances are that's actually where I'm going to be doing my first live stream. As I head in, the fan village is right there. I have yet to get to check that out, but there's also a map here of what everything looks like. So this is the space that we're in today. This is what the track looks like. There's the fan village. We're gonna head over here to where all the garages and teams and crews are. But one of the interesting things is that look at some of the difficult and complicated turns on here. And there's also a lot less runoff on the side, which means they have to be a lot more strategic and calculated. We'll go over some of the other differences later, but for now, let's go get into the action. Hi, onegaishimasu. Arigatou gozaimasu. Hi. Hi. And through this door is where the excitement begins. As you can see, it's Formula E Season 10, which means I am very, very late to this party. This is year 10, or at least season 10 of them doing this. And I didn't even know it existed. Mind you, I have not been following cars and motorsports at the level that I was once into. And so it's somewhat understandable that I would be behind on the times, I guess, when it comes to this. But it's enabled me to have this brand new learning experience today. We're gonna head over here because I actually have access to the Nissan garage, and I'm pretty excited to see it. One of my other challenges for the day is the amount of copyrighted music in the background. And over here, we can actually get our first peek at the track itself. The excitement is very real. I have been playing copyrighted music throughout this entire place. So it's just gonna be basically an entire day of dodge the copyrights. But as you can see here, we are right by the water. And the Nissan garage is just gonna be right over here. Actually, all the team garages are right down this way. You've got the firefighters there to the right. Got it all set up there. And they've really gone hard with the Japan aesthetic. All the liveries and everything are also incredibly beautiful. And this will be my first peek today into the garage. And this is something that otherwise we wouldn't really get to see if Nissan hadn't been kind enough to give me access to all of this. So I think you can tell just how excited I am. All right, we're gonna head right in here. We got the Nissan garage right here. Now, very amazingly, they get a 7-ton limit for all of this, and it all has to be shipped from space to space. It never goes back home to its original center. Everything is set up in the exact same format. The garage is set up in the exact same format every time. Here's the front wing right here. We love Tokyo. And let's head in and take a peek. Welcome, invited guests. We are exactly that. Okay. So first thing, I need to make sure that the backs of the cars are on, because the drivetrain is one of the only things that they developed. The car itself is standard across all the cars, and then they use the same car frame, they use the same batteries, all of that. And the drivetrain and the software are the only ones that are different. But we've got a driver right here getting set up. The TV crew's on them. They're about to do their morning test or practice run. And the helmets over here are absolutely beautiful as well. I can't go too far back here, but I can show you they've got the Sakura livery right there on them. And it's just absolute. I think I'm gonna set up for the first stream of the day. Good morning, good morning. Okay, so the day is officially kicking off now. I just finished up a live stream showing the practice run. It was their first real chance to get a feel for the track, fully dry. The grandstands are now starting to fill up with people. We've got cars on the track right here, and they're gonna be going in for the qualifier now, which is where they try to get their, well, they're qualifying, they're doing their positions. And that's the best explanation that I can give for that, because again, I am not a race or gearhead, but we're gonna go and try and get a little bit closer to the grandstands and the track and see if I can't give you guys a view from the bridge above. The live stream, we got to check out the entire area, and I kind of want to do a little bit of that on here as well, because it was just so interesting. They gave me a Nissan flag that I have put in a locker for now, and we'll be able to get up here. I don't want to get in anybody's way, but I do want to get us a bit of a view of the track. Right? Thank you. All right. With the cars going by, it still amazes me that this is what they sound like. It blows my mind that I can come out to something like this and create video content for you guys while these cars are just whipping down the tracks. There we go. Did we get a bad timing? Just as all the cars went by? Are we gonna have any come around? There we go. Look at that. And they're just so quiet. And then the main stretch is over here, as well as the garages and the pit. I genuinely feel like a little child in a play place exploring. When I was a kid, I would go out to air shows with my family and my grandparents. And it was always really interesting because you're in this big open space, you get to check out all this stuff, there's aircraft going around, and this gives me that similar kind of childhood excitement feel of what's going on, what is this, what is that, and just getting to like look at, like, for example, right here, this is the race director car right here, and I'm just like, okay, so what kind of car is this, what's going on, what does the race director do? And getting to walk around, and the fact that I get to wear one of these vests and be one of the guys walking around carrying a bunch of cameras. At the moment, the majority of my camera stock is in my bag because it is big, it is heavy, and right now I just kind of want to share the experience of being here with you guys. And we've got some go-karts coming through with the people in it. These are the first ones I've actually seen since coming here. So I want to see if any of the cars are in the Nissan garage right now and how crowded it's gotten, if at all. The best teacher right here. How's it going, man?
It's good, you?
I'm doing pretty good. I was actually able to share a lot of what you taught me yesterday.
Oh, good.
So thank you so much for that.
Ollie just left for his second run.
Okay.
So he's now on cool tyres.
Uh,
And I think they said out, push, which means he'll do an out lap.
Okay.
And then 2 fast laps. So this is this point we cross everything, because this lap now is the difference between a good day and a bad day.
really?
If you lock a wheel, you have a bad day. It's that close. So
Wow.
this lap now is probably one of the most important laps of the day.
So all the pressure's on the team right now.
Big stuff. Well, there, not so much on the team now, it's on the driver right now.
So in like one race, because you said, you know, to manage the heat of the tires, that's when they change out.
Yes.
So an average race is like 45 minutes or so. Will they change tires once,
No,
twice?
not at all during
Not
the race. Only
during the
during
race,
the
not at
qualifying.
all.
Because as the tyre gets hot,
Oh.
there's a performance degradation. So
Okay.
they are slightly slower.
Okay.
Not completely slower, but slightly. So that's why you come in qualifying, put cool tyres on, because you gain a small advantage. So,
Gotcha. Thanks so much, eh?
right, so if you look at the timing screen,
Yep.
you see where it's purple in sector 1.
Yep.
That means he's fastest out of everybody in that sector.
Okay.
Blue in sector 2 means he's done his fastest time, but he's not the fastest of everybody. 2 tenths. So it's 4 tenths.
Yeah.
There we go. Right.
Yes.
Yeah, but now we have to wait.
Okay.
It's not done yet. We have to wait for everybody else to finish.
So do the drivers qualify one at a time then?
No, this group is Group A.
Okay.
So we have one of our drivers happens to be in Group A and one in Group B this time. So they only send 11 out at a time. Because if you put 22 on the track, you never get a clear lap. So they do it in split, and then they now move forward into so the top 4 move forward into quarterfinals, then semi-finals, then the final.
Gotcha.
So we've got to stay in that top 4.
Okay.
So if other people improve,
Ah.
it's fine, as long as we don't get bumped to 5th.
Gotcha.
So this is the point where we all just hold our breaths now.
Thank you so much, eh?
So he's doing a cool lap
Okay.
now, and then he'll do another push lap.
All right.
So
So
push means as fast as you can go.
Gotcha.
Cool means a slow lap to let your tyres cool, literally.
Gotcha.
Cool. But the others are doing build laps, so a slow lap, then a fast lap, whereas we
Gotcha.
went straight out into a fast lap. So there's different strategies, even in qualifying.
Pretty much everything I know at this point, I've learned from you. So
That's cool. So you can see Oliver's times are slow for these 2 sectors because he's deliberately slow to cool the tyres.
gotcha. Just the constant learning, and I knew none of that. None of it. I've just got a like dumb smile on my face the entire time. I want to get a little bit closer to the grandstands so I can get a better view of what this like qualifying run looks like. So I'm gonna head up that way now. So obviously all throughout the area you also have these giant screens that are broadcasting the race if you're not at the grandstands. And as with any good event, there's an entire section here just for food. that grandstands, while they're just a giant grandstand, I learned something else new. We actually have seating numbers for the grandstand. So, for example, I'm in grandstand 11, which is just before the first turn after the straightaway. And I actually have my row and seat number in the grandstand. It is not random, so that's pretty cool. And there's a fairly decent variety of different food options here. Also, found this out in the live stream as well. Didn't expect it. These sakura that are on the tables, these sakura branches, these are not plastic. There's water in the vase. These are real, actual sakura. Oh, and I always love when they put these up. Kind of makes me wonder the accuracy. I should check that after. These like where everything is. Monaco, London, Berlin. I'm so excited for all the travel this year. And the fan store line has died down. The fan store inside the fan village inside was wild. It was absolutely packed. Grandstand 11 is up here. I gotta see, I need like a QR code to get into it. And I'm going to try to figure out how to do that right here, right now. All right, I got my QR and we're gonna head in now. Hi. お願いします。
ありがとうございます。
はい、ありがとうございます。And my seat is actually listed on here. Row 25. Look at that. Look at how many people are in this grandstand now. That is... Okay. I should try to at least figure out where my seat is. There's so many more people than there were earlier. All right, A, B, C, D. All right. Gonna be down this way. This is what it's like to be in the grandstands. I said it repeatedly in the main live stream, but genuinely it feels like speaker there. So the sound of them going by, they've got a brake as they come in here, and that braking sound is very, very aggressive. But otherwise, the cars going by, it kind of sounds like TIE fighters, and I love that. Oh, wow. Okay, I don't know if you caught that, but there's a dip there, which means the cars end up doing like a little bit of a jump on the edge. Oh, you can hear it. They go pa-choom, pa-choom. I don't want to get in the way of any of these photographers because we've all got the same job. Just capture, collect, excite, and wow. Okay, can I zoom this a little bit? I think I can. Oh, this is wild. And they're doing it so close to the wall as well. Like every single one of them, they're having a little jump there as they're coming around a turn right close. You've got to be a very skilled driver to have. Ooh, ooh, this is, this is nerve-wracking just to watch. Oh, and it's really hot today. It was kind of cold yesterday. As we're doing this, it's about 25 degrees Celsius, which means that the sweater was an absolutely terrible idea. But I'm just gonna hang out here for a bit and watch this a little more. So at this point in our storyline, Nissan is absolutely killing it, and I'm playing around with all the access that I have. I'm literally right beside the track right now. The cars have finished, so it feels a lot safer. This is on that like crazy turn. This is the jump that they're doing over here. And it's just absolutely, I wanted to kind of poke in and give you guys like a peek at the track itself. Since we have the access, we might as well make the best of it, right? Like, look at this. Just there's a theme of today, and the theme is just Norm continues to be an excited child. Hi, ありがとうございます。 the really wild thing of all this is how short the race is. Because it's a race against their own battery, the race really only lasts about 45 minutes. So that means between sharing it with you guys, getting any vertical stuff that I want to get for it, and competing with the helicopters in the background, that is going to be a very, very short 45 minutes. To give you an idea of, for example, when I shoot a tiny apartment video, I might spend half a day there just like checking stuff out, shooting, thinking, what do I want to show in what order? And so 45 minutes to show this is going to feel pretty tight. Something tells me the vast majority of it. But if you actually want to watch the race, it's probably going to be posted somewhere officially and recorded way more in detail than I could record for you. This is just us hanging out and showing the behind the scenes. I've come back to the garages. The qualifying race is done, and it seems like there's going to be a chance to say hi to the drivers, maybe do an autograph session. I'm almost guaranteeing that it's going to be crowded and I might have 5 seconds with the drivers, but I thought that might be something nice to share behind the scenes. So let's head in and see how things are going. Everyone's in here getting their photos. When I was originally told that I would have access to the garage space, I didn't really know what to expect, but I definitely expected something a bit bigger than this. Like, this is the entire space right here. Everyone who gets to view that crams into this little zone right here. That's it. That is the whole garage. Got the car right there, looking beautiful. How's it going? And I just can't get past the fact that when it's all done, it all gets packed up into a shipping container, likely tossed on a boat, and then just shipped to the next location. All right, let's go do the autograph session. They let me in to get up close and personal with the car. I just shot like a little TikTok short Instagram reel of it. And one of the other ones just came back. The number 22 car, I guess the other one just came back. Look at the tires after that qualifying run. So right now, this box here is actually filled with dry ice, and they're cooling the front motors as well as the battery before the main race that's happening in a couple hours. The excitement, like, look at the group of people, look at the energy, like, oh. Wow. So exciting. During the live stream we did, people said that they wanted to be able to get into the pit lane. And so right now, while there are no cars coming through, this is what the pit lane looks like. Let me guys turn it around this way and give you guys a peek. So we've got the Nissan garage right here, and then right beside it, the McLaren actually uses Nissan motor as well. Oh, wow. You know, if I'm being completely honest, when I was originally invited out to do this, to come to this, schedule was pretty tight lately, so I was like, not entirely sure if I'm gonna be able to make it, but absolutely wanted to try. And it's one of those things that now that looking back, I can't believe for a single second that I doubted it, because otherwise we never would have had any of this experience. Also, just as a side note, I might need to make my way to one of the shops and grab myself one of these Nissan Formula E Team bags. These are beautiful. So the autograph session with the drivers right now is going on, and it is beyond crowded. There we go there. Oh, no way, Insta 360. Hey. Absolutely amazing work, guys.
Well, this guy, but yeah, the team doing a great job.
Thank you so much, Sasha. Appreciate it.
You can take my place if you want, or on that side.
Oh, sure. Thank you so much.
Go for it. Obviously, it's good to be on pole. I mean, there's worse places to start, but there's a job to do this afternoon. So honestly, one eye's already on that, so I'm not enjoying the pole too much.
That's the way to do it. Thanks so much, eh? That mindset right there, I've already got one eye on the next task. It's so representative because as I'm recording this right now, my main channel is about to go over 1 million in the next couple days. By the time I posted it, it's probably already gone over. And people keep asking me, what are you gonna do? How are you gonna celebrate? And realistically, I've already got my eyes on the next project. I've already got my eyes on the next task, the next thing I wanna shoot, the next documentary. And so that was a beautiful thing to hear. All right, helicopters in the background. The race is about to start. I just went out to the grandstands and they were completely full, ready, cars getting ready to pull out onto the tracks. This next section I'm going to be doing live once again, so that'll be an entirely separate segment. I usually don't share like the goal I have behind whatever, maybe I do, I don't. The goal for this one is less to, be like, here's a race, and more to have you come with me and experience this, because I know there's gonna be people who are into it and people who just kind of want to be in Japan experiencing anything. And today I wanted to bring you along for this. I'm really excited to see how the race goes, especially with Nissan doing so well in the qualifying runs. The excitement is very real. I'm getting sucked into this. I've been sucked in from the very beginning of today, but I think, okay. All right, let's go enjoy that race. All right, the race is well underway. I don't know if you noticed, but I got way too hot and I needed to take off my sweater. And now I'm at my favorite turn, turn 2, and very excited. Very excited to get whatever shots we can get. You see this turn here, they actually do a bit of a jump. Whew. Oh wow, okay, so with that announcement, we are past the halfway point. There is a thing on the other side that I found a little spot on the other end of this that I absolutely love and want to go check out. So let's get out of these photographers' way and go do that. See, because the race is so short, it means that I've got to move at extra high speed if I actually want to get any of the shots that I want to get. It feels like a very, very fun challenge. All right. If I can get there before the cars come around again, we're good. I don't think I'm going to. All right. So we got the third turn there. And I'm gonna try to head. Oh, we're gonna miss that one. Okay, we'll head in here. Onegaishimasu. Arigatou gozaimasu. Whew. There we go. Oh. It's truly been jogging. How's it going? So the next shot that I really want to get is going to be through this door here. And it's them coming right down over that bump/jump. You can see it's a very popular spot all around. There we go. There's actually a lot more jobs like this than you would think, where I'm shooting 2 or 3 shots all at once. I want to share this with you guys. I want to get as much vertical as I can. I want to catch this jump. Usually when I shoot documentaries, it's, oh, we got a safety car there. All right, so at this point, I'm just having fun playing around with the behind the scenes access that I have with all the cars. You got the grandstands over there. Like, I feel like the vast majority of this video has just been me talking about how excited I am. And there's a very large part of me that also feels like that's okay. It's okay to be excited. There's a lot of talk about who has how much battery left and the usage of the batteries. Like, it's something that's shared kind of with everybody publicly. And from my understanding is, for example, F1 cars will be sending hundreds and hundreds of data points back to the pit team for them to monitor and watch. Whereas with Formula E, they have little to no information. And for example, even the battery information is found out in real time at the exact same time as the people in the grandstands and whatnot. So it's a much more raw form of racing. All right, so we're down to the last 2 or 3 laps. Nissan is in second, and everybody's batteries are down to like 7 to 5%. The race is getting very real. It's at this part near the end of the race that the drivers start to push the hardest. They save as much battery as they can for these moments, and then at the end they really give it. They take all the risky moves, so it's in the next couple laps that everything is going to be decided. I'm literally nervous. Like, literally nervous. The crowds are going absolutely wild. The cars are getting much more aggressive. Ooh. Literally jumping over these back end turns. How's it gonna play? Also, I've definitely found my favorite spot, my favorite turn. Oh, Nissan's going for it. Nissan is going for, oh, they just missed it. They're less than 1% battery. Nissan keeps trying for it and keeps just missing. They're down to 0.4% battery. 0.2. It's coming right down to the final stretch. Wow. The excitement was real in that one. Nissan took every opportunity they could at the very end to try and take the win. They came in second place on that one, but that was a very, very impressive second, very exciting. Whew. And they literally crossed the finish line with like 0.3, 0.4% battery left. They were right there, just gunning it at the end. Maserati and Furs and Nissan was a very strong and impressive second. What a wild day though. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. Massive thanks to my friends at Nissan for bringing me out, giving me this and allowing me to sneak around. It's so much fun. I hope you enjoyed it too, and you guys know I will see you again real soon.